Hi guys, I'm Maria Drutska. On August 26, Russia conducted the most massive airstrike on Ukraine using 127 missiles and 109 strike drones. The estimate cost of today's attack is about $1.3 billion, a record during the full-scale war. But this does not matter because Russia fundamentally doesn't care. Their goal is for more Ukrainians to die, to create further ecological and humanitarian disaster because they face no consequences and believe they can continue to exterminate the Ukrainian people. I remind you that such dams like the one on the Dnipro in Nova Kakhovka are protected, for example, by war laws and Geneva Convention. Their destruction will be considered a weapon of mass destruction and an indiscriminate war crime. Oh, wait, they have already destroyed it. And what did they get from such a horrible action from the powerful West? Nothing? Wow, that's big. Well, anyway. In Kiev today, the air raid alarm was one of the longest in the entire period of full-scale invasion. It lasted 7 hours and 46 minutes. People were getting ready and going to work on Monday morning when the Russian terrorist state decided to launch the most massive combined attack, which of course everyone knew about because both our intelligence and Western intelligence had warned us about. This occurred the day after the weekend marking Ukraine's Independence Day. 15 regions were hit immediately. The Russians used various types of weapons, UAVs, cruise missiles, Kinzhals. The primary target of the attack was energy infrastructure, but not only. Explosions were heard in the Odessa, Dnipropetrovsk, Volyn, Ivano-Frankivsk, Zaporizhia, and Lviv regions, as well as Kharkiv, Lviv, Vinnytsia, Zhytomyr, Khmelnytsky, Kropivnytsky, and others. In Kyiv and several other cities, there are problems with electricity and water supply still. One of the strikes hit the hydroelectric power station in Vyshgorod, near Kyiv. This information was later confirmed by Andriy Kovalenko, the head of the Center for Countering Disinformation at the National Security and Defense Council of Ukraine. He explained that there is no need to compare the Kyiv and Kakhovka hydropower plants after Russian media began actively spreading videos and scenes of the destruction of the Kyiv HPP as a result of the attack. For the Kyiv region, there is no threat of repeating the consequences of the destruction of the Kakhovka HPP, Kovalenko assured. It is impossible to destroy the dam of the Kyiv hydroelectric station with missiles. It is not comparable to the situation in Kherson. There was an internal explosion there. Russians are using this topic to incite the panic, nothing more, he emphasized. Earlier, the CEO of Ukrohydroenergo explained that it is very difficult to destroy the Kyiv HPP, but if it happens, it may flood the basements in the area adjacent to the Dnipro in Kyiv, and potable water may disappear for some time. Another video shows a Russian missile falling into the water body in the Kyiv reservoir. All videos about missile strikes can be seen in my Twitter, guys. Today's attack is not the first attempt by the Russian army to strike at the dam of the Kyiv HPP. On February 26, 2022, Ukrainian air defense shot down a missile at night that was heading towards the dam of the Kyiv reservoir in Vyshgorod, near Kyiv. On June 7, 2023, the Russians blew up the Kakhovka HPP on the Dnipro, destroying the Kakhovka reservoir and causing the death of hundreds of people. The number of casualties in the occupied territories is still unknown. On March 22, 2024, the Russian army also damaged the dam of the Dnipro HPP in Zaporizhia with a missile attack. Well, look, this once again proves that Russia has not abandoned the idea of completely conquering Ukraine, that Russia wants us to kneel before it, or for the people who left without food, water, and electricity, take flags and go to president's office and ask him to finally yield to Russia and give up all territories. Go suck, you finished bastards. We will never surrender to you. We will never kneel. Do you guys know what I had for dinner today? A piece of black bread with butter, salt, and a tomato. I think it is wonderful dinner for those who were bombed for 8 hours and left without water and light. And you know what? The vast majority of the Ukrainian people think so too. They believe that they will never kneel before this come. You know what makes me angry? That many people say, Maria, what did you want? What did you expect? You didn't know that there would be a revenge for Ukraine entering the Kursk region, that they are just retaliating because Ukraine took control of part of the Russian territory, from which, by the way, Russians also launch missiles at Ukraine. Revenge? Well, sorry. And what about previous strikes? What is it revenge for? Starting from February 22, 2022. You telling me revenge? Let's not forget who attacked whom. Let's not forget that Russia invaded and wants to destroy Ukraine, wants to take its territories. And Ukraine what? Ukraine will defend itself. Ukraine will launch drones at Russia and destroy their refineries. Ukraine will demolish the unnecessary Kerch Bridge in Crimea. Ukraine will continue to advance on enemy territory in order to survive, in order not to disappear from the map, as Russia would like. And I also remind everyone that while Ukrainian forces are advancing in the Kursk region, Russia, instead of saving and evacuating its population, continues to attempt to seize territories in the Ukrainian Donbass. They fundamentally don't care about their own population. In short, there is one conclusion. Another massive attack once again proves that for victory, we need long-range capabilities and the lifting of restrictions on strikes on enemy military facilities on their territory. If the West really wants to, of course, put it to the end and make Putin finish the war. That's all. Thank you for watching Ukrainian content. Please do like this video, and if you really like it, you can support the channel's development on Patreon or buy me a coffee. See you soon, and Slava Ukraini! Ginger. It was so boring that you were sleeping all the way. Okay. Okay, where is my bread with butter and tomato? And by the way, the butter is organic.